Okay guys, so I'm kind of out of ideas for GTA 5 videos, so today we're going to do a bit of a, well, let's say a tier list on the businesses side of GTA 5 Online. Um, so I only did the ones that you could, the ones that you can buy as you walk through the door and then you go into the business. I didn't do like the Kasaka, I didn't do the Terabyte, I didn't do anything like that. If you guys want me to do that, then leave a like on this one, then I might consider it, okay? Alright, let's get straight into it. Oh, I also didn't do the apartment because I don't think they're really important, really. So if I was to say that, you'd build it if you want, get it if you want to. But yeah, alright. So let's start off with, well, basically the biker stuff. So I'll be very honest with you guys. The biker business is not worth it. Even in 2023, it's not really worth getting. So I'm just gonna put this one thing you'd want to get here. Okay, you want to get this thing because you have access to the motorcycle club like bike vehicles. You could just choose whatever one you want and it's right there in front of you. That's the only reason you want to get that. Basically, with the other ones, I wouldn't really recommend getting any of them, but if you wanted to, the only one I would recommend getting would have to be this one here. I'm pretty sure that's the cocaine one. The other ones are kind of like build if you want to, so we're not going to bother talking too much about this. So, yeah. Kind of for cash, build if you want. Get if you want to. Uh, actually, if you were to do it solo, um, you probably could just sell these all in solo sessions. So I wouldn't really recommend them first. So I'm just gonna put these ones in build if you want again if you want to because they're not that important. Okay, so this one is a bit of a weird one because it's to do with a heist. It's not really to do with the business. So I'm gonna put it in get first. I would say get this one first, but if I had done the vehicles, I would have said get the Kasaka first. But even so, that's just a paywall like anything. So with the Kasaka, you'd have to get the casino penthouse, and then you get access to the Kasaka, and then that's just a giant paywall. So get this one first. It's so much better. And I'm going to also apply the same thing to the facility. This is going to go in here. Buy the facility also first because the facilities and the casino heists are probably going to net you the most money, and you could just buy the businesses as you go along. That's the only reason I suggest you buy it. Okay, so the next one we're going to go over is we're going to go over this one now. This one's not technically a business, so I'm going to put this in not bother. The only reason I'm putting it in not bother is because you get it for free anyway, so there's not really any point to worrying about it. And the way you access it is through a bunch of missions. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go for the CEO building. I would recommend you get this thing because this thing can be useful for like CEO vehicles that you can use in general, I guess. Please ignore this one. I'm not going to put that. That's just an extra photo I put on here on accident, so don't worry about that. Let's see. What would the next one be? We're going to talk about the bunker. I think you should get this thing because it can be very useful in regards to making a little bit of money on the side. You can do this all solo, but you need to get a specific mission for it to work. The next thing we're going to worry about is the hangar. Now, recently this thing had a pay buff increase, but I still wouldn't really recommend it unless you're doing this with partners. So I'm going to say get if you want to, but if you're not going to have friends doing it, don't bother because you don't need it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go for is this building here, the auto shop. This one's really good. Okay, and it's not really for the aspect of what you actually use it for. It's more for like upgrading cars. You can get any paint job right away in the game. So like you don't have to do all those stunt jumps and stuff like that. Okay, so now we're coming on to the end of this. I am going to go through this one real quick, and I am going to put this as a don't worry about it. but you can get it if you want to. I'd only really recommend this one if you have all these other businesses here, and also the bunker. But yeah, okay. So this one right here, I'm gonna say get it. I would recommend it. It does do a good amount of money. This one I'd also recommend do it as well. This one helps out more if you have like three people doing it. But you can do this all solo, but it takes a lot longer. Anyway, that's gonna be the list. I know this is not really one there, so I'm just gonna put it as don't bother because it's just a garage. It's not a business. I forgot to put it. I forgot about that. So leave a like, subscribe, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. This is a lot shorter of a video, but I chose to make this anyway.